Hi, the Lee Farnell here, and I'm so excited about this topic I want to share with you today: how to lead, manage, get the best out of people, how to empower people. And I'm not just making this up, because the beautiful thing is there's research that Google has done. Google, one of the largest, most successful companies in the world, it says Google has spent 6 years studying effective bosses and how they teach new managers these 6 critical skills. They say the transition to being a manager of a team of people requires a transformation of thinking, a transformation of thought, which is exactly what we teach, coach, empower, help embed in organizations and people, is that results flow from mindset and thinking, the power of the brain, the power of the mind. So if you go from being in a team to leading and managing a team, there are 6 essential skills you need to cover off on and get good at and empower yourself with, which is exactly what we teach and help embed in organizations at Everyday Empowerment Institute. Everyone, everywhere, every day, being empowered to realize their full potential. And that's a mindset we want to have with all leaders and managers and business owners. But here, Google had a project they called Project Oxygen, and they work with academics and they work with a whole range of people, a study that analyzed more than 10,000 managers using things like performance reviews, surveys, and nominations for top manager awards and other recognition and other 8 habits they recognised in managers. Google designed a management training program based on the knowledge that they discovered in their research from right around the world. It really is fantastic. Let's just go through a few of these because it's just so important. And it's everything we teach, everything we empower and embed at Everyday Empowerment Institute. Number 1, mindset and values. They worked off the research of Professor Carol Dweck, Professor of Psychology at Stanford University, where she talks about the importance of a growth mindset compared to a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset which says, look, believes the skills and abilities are predetermined, you've either got it or you haven't, versus the growth mindset which said you can develop and cultivate skills in people. That is, we want to create learning mindsets, learning environments. And of course, success does require tenacity and hard work, but that means setting an environment where people can optimize and capitalize on their potential, but optimize their potential. And the other thing Google does is encourages managers to identify their values. What are the important values? It might be quality education, it might be hope, it might be human support. What are your core values? Certainly mine revolve around quality education, empowering others, and also things like healthy oceans. But you start to get to what are the reasons we do what we do. Why do we do what we do? And so harnessing the why do we do what we do, because it says when faced with uncertainty, values can be the manager and the business owner's saving grace. Why do you do what you do? Again, that's what we do in our acceleration program and in all of our early phase everyday empowerment programs, is to get you to tap in on not only what are your personal strengths in terms of personality and personal style, but the values, the driving forces. The second point beyond mindset is emotional intelligence. So the work of Professor Daniel Goleman and Richard Boyatzis on emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and understand the emotions in yourself and others, and then leverage that awareness to manage your own behavior and relationships. It's a heightened sense of self-awareness, the intelligent use of emotion and being sensitive to the emotion in others. Goleman reported not only that emotional intelligence-based leadership may be the most important driver of climate and culture, but also that climate and culture may account for 20 to 30% of an organizational performance. So you want to be developing emotional intelligence, a higher level of awareness of the use of emotion, whether it be excitement, love, compassion, empathy, or upset, and that also then means the intelligent use of upset in feedback, which again is a whole feedback coaching process that we use. And I won't go into the detail here, but the emotional or the intelligent use of emotion to coach and guide. Let's go to the next point. So we've talked about fixed and mindset in around being fixed, or in fact growth-orientated mindset. Emotional intelligence. Third point is manager transition. All right, the point is this. It's about being systematic, and the Japanese call this makasiru. Makasiru. When you are delegating, when you are promoting, when you are wanting a person to go from the job they're doing to something else, makasiru says we are serious about you being successful. We have a process, and this is what Google have done, is created a training program, a manager training program to train the managers in these 6 critical areas, so that we don't just leave it to chance, go, okay, one day you're in the team, the next day you're a manager, good luck. No. And part of this process, managers open up and tell their stories around where they're at, being vulnerable. This is not working for me. What are the challenges, the frustrations I'm having? This is not working. So you actually set up a management mastermind within the organisation. You need to have a system to support managers going from worker to manager. And then, of course, if they're a team leader but they're moving to an executive position, you want to have a system that supports and trains those managers, which of course, whether it be General Electric or IBM, so many of the great companies have a leadership academy. So we talk about and get everyone on the same page as to how we want to lead and manage our organisation. Otherwise, you're assuming people actually know what they're going to be doing, which is a big risk. Point 4 is this. This is critical. On Project Oxygen, it was revealed the number one quality of effective managers is being a good coach. Being a good coach. This is point 4. Critical. This is exactly what we teach at Everyday Empowerment Institute, is empowering managers, empowering leaders, empowering everyone to be good coaches. Coaches of themselves, coaches of other people. And there are 6 characteristics here. 1, giving timely and specific feedback. 2, delivering hard feedback in an motivational and thoughtful way. How do you give hard feedback without being what they call a seagull, just coming in, blurting a whole lot of rubbish over people and then leaving? Giving timely and effective feedback, number 1. Number 2, delivering hard feedback in motivational and thoughtful way. 3, tailoring approaches to meet the individual's communication styles in regular one-on-one meetings. 4, practicing empathetic, active listening and being fully present. I mean, these are critical coaching skills. Telling isn't selling. You actually have to practice these things. And this is again why at Everyday Empowerment Institute, as part of our certification programs, we get people to practice and embed these skills into the organisation and then give feedback, so that it's not just, oh, I've read a book on it. No, you must practice it. 5, being cognizant of your own mindset and that of the employee, which is empathy. And 6, asking open-ended questions to discover an employee's acumen, to tap in on their motivation and their strengths. Coaching, such a critical skill. Look at this. Project Oxygen, 10,000 managers studied. The number one quality of effective managers is being a good coach, which is why we have coaching certification programs within Everyday Empowerment Institute to certify you in not only knowing about it, but practicing this number one skill and then watching the results go exponential. Point 5, feedback. Managers' words have the power to build or destroy, as they say. And so therefore, training and building into your systems effective feedback systems to balance both the positive, the motivational and the developmental coaching. Some might even see negative feedback, corrective feedback, being both authentic and appreciative, the 2 A's, authentic and appreciative, and to state growth opportunities, which again is teaching people how to use the GROW model and embedding that model into the organisation. Again, we do this with our Everyday Empowerment Acceleration Program, our Everyday Empowerment Certification Programs around leadership, innovation leadership, team leadership and team management. And then item number 6, decision making. The 6th most important point that Google found when they studied their 10,000 managers, decision making. To ensure judgments aren't made in a vacuum, Google established a routine to help managers make better decisions. The framework include asking and articulating. What are you solving for, and is everyone on the same page? Why is this important? Who's the decision maker? How's the decision going to be made? When can people expect a decision? Keeping people in the loop in terms of how we then go about implementing that decision. Such important points, and at one level, while these 6 attributes might seem basic, according to a New York Times article, the results are anything but. Google reported, and listen to this, Google reported a statistically significant improvement in 75% of its underperforming managers after implementing the program. A 75% improvement. So when management goes up, we say leadership is everything. Leadership and management shape the environment, shape the ecosystem. It's so critical. So want to find out more about how we embed these skills into your organization, the use of emotional intelligence, the use of coaching, the use of feedback, the use of decision making, getting everyone on the same page, and then also how mindset and values kicks in so that you've got a growth mindset, an empowerment mindset, as distinct from a fixed mindset and even a disempowering. That's the last thing you want, because there is a war for talent, and we don't want to be just throwing talent away or burning talent. We want to optimize talent, capitalize on talent, and that's what we truly value at Everyday Empowerment Institute. You want to find out more? Click the link below, touch base with us, come and join us in our acceleration program so that we can help you accelerate your career, your business, and your life, because these 6 principles apply in life as well. We'd love to help you. This is Lee Farnell. Come and join us.